Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So today I wanted us to talk about a theory that I have, and it actually consists of Lionheart and what made him betray Ozpin. This is kind of a mystery considering it was never really touched upon, and so I wanted to theorize a bit and just talk about what I think may have actually led Lionheart to actually betray Ozpin. But before we get into this, I actually wanted to say thank you all so very much. We've hit over 500 subscribers, and I want to thank all of you for your support. Each one of you are amazing, and I love talking to all of you, and I just love hearing what you all have to say, all of your opinions. You all are absolutely amazing, and I want to thank you for your support. And I appreciate each and every single last one of you, and I always try to talk to you all when I can because it's just fun and you all are wonderful. So I just wanted to throw my appreciation at you all because I appreciate all of you and I wanted to thank you all for your support. But anyways, let's jump into this. So, looking at Lionheart, I wanted to talk about this a bit because this is something that's been on my mind for a while. And Leonardo Lionheart, the thing is, we know that he was good friends with Ozpin, but the thing that stands out to me is we never got an absolute answer as to why he betrayed Ozpin. We just know that he betrayed Ozpin, joined Salem, and that's about it. We don't know why Lionheart specifically betrayed Ozpin. We just know that he did, and of course he had remorse. He felt bad about betraying Ozpin, and we knew that he was good friends with Ozpin. So the big question is, why would Lionheart betray Ozpin then? So first off, leading into this theory, one thing we have to look at when it comes to Lionheart is his character. Now, his character is important because it tells us a lot about Lionheart and what may have led him to actually betray Ozpin, and we only had him for one volume. I mean, unless you want to count the end of volume 4, which there wasn't really anything there that he did. He was just there to make an appearance. But my point is, when we look at Lionheart, his character, from what we learned, he is a coward. His character is defined by his fear. So fear is one thing that really controls Lionheart. And one big part of this that we really do know is that Lionheart did have remorse for betraying Ozpin. He really did not like that he did that. He thinks that, oh, Ozpin will never forgive me for this. And it shows you he regrets this. And obviously when he talks to Raven as well, he believes that Salem is unbeatable. He thinks that there is no stopping her, and obviously he tells Raven that she obviously joined this side as well because of fear, because of being afraid. And nobody would understand that better than a character defined upon their own fear, and that is exactly what Lionheart is. But we need to look at other things as well that could lead on to this. Let's look at Salem for a minute. Now, Salem is a character, as Lionheart states, and as well as even Raven believes, that Salem can't be beaten. They believe that she is this character that is all-powerful and that could just never lose, as well as Raven making the statement herself that Salem is the master of the Grimm. Now, of course, the Grimm being a terrifying species that kills humans and faunus, obviously that is a terrifying thing to look at, that she has control of them. But she only has said control if she has a Seer Grimm. Now, the thing about Salem is that we have to look at is she opposes Ozpin, and this is important because Salem is being made up to be a bad villain. She's made out in that way, and that's what people believe. Because Ozpin obviously says, hey, she's bad. I'm fighting her. I want to save the world. You know, he puts this thought into everyone's heads about Salem. And looking at Salem and thinking about it, she's been led on to be believed as this bad villain. Obviously, another thing you could think that Salem's a bad person is because of the way she treats Lionheart, because of how she attacks him with the Seer Grimm whenever he tries to tell her what to do. Now, the thing about this is that Lionheart was loyal to Ozpin. And it wouldn't be a surprise that Salem would be suspicious of Lionheart, considering that he is cowardly, he is afraid, and for all we know, he could turn tail any moment that he decided to go back to Ozpin, because he may actually feel like, oh man, I'm on the side that I'm afraid of, and I'm terrified I'm going to die, and then he could think that going back to Ozpin may be the best idea. Or Salem could be afraid that he would try to out Salem to Ozpin. So it's understandable why she treated him a bit of the way that she did, because there was some gray area of trust because Lionheart is cowardly, and she obviously had to have Watts there watching over him to be sure that he didn't betray her. And that makes a lot of sense. But this doesn't make Salem a bad person, because she's trying to do her best to stop Ozpin, and Lionheart seems to have put some faith into her, because he must have felt that Salem was right in some way or form. Either that, or it's just his fear of not understanding things that he doesn't know. And since sometimes we fear the unknown and don't know what can happen next, we feel that it would be best to probably go alongside what the unknown is in the situation. And when it comes to Lionheart here, he fears the unknown because, well, it's like I said, he's defined on fear, and he feels that Salem would be the best bet. And since he, as I said before, also believes that she can't be beaten, that's why he joined her. And in the end, obviously it led to his death, but this is because he was going to out Salem. He was going to out her. If you notice at the last part, he tries to pull out a scroll, and he's going to tell everybody of Salem, and then she kills him. So this doesn't mean that Salem is bad, and Salem is obviously fighting against Ozpin. But when you think about Lionheart here, he fears Salem because he doesn't understand her. He doesn't get her. So the one thing is he may feel that her power may have been the way to actually go to actually stop Ozpin. Now, does that mean he would have stayed loyal to her forever? I don't think so. I think he would have turned tail. But I think that Salem herself may have given him some clues or some answers to Ozpin that really may not have been there, that he may have questioned, or he may have seen things and Salem gave him the definite answers that he was looking for when it came to Ozpin, and he believed her because of some of the things that he's seen when it came to Ozpin. And this made him jump boat to join Salem. And also him being afraid of dying, because that is probably the biggest fear he had, is death, and he doesn't want to die. But we need to take a look at Ozpin for a minute as well, because when you look at Ozpin, Ozpin has been shady. He has been deceptive. And unlike Salem, who has been more honest and seems to respect everybody that works with her, she obviously values everyone that works with her. Ozpin seems to do the opposite. He seems to be the opposite of Salem, which obviously they are foils of each other. But when you think about this, and when you think about Ozpin here, we have to look at this too. He has used people to get what he wants. He has brainwashed others into believing that the Hunter program is the best way to go. And that doesn't mean that that's right either. And Lionheart may see through some of the things that Ozpin's trying to do. He may have caught onto some things, or he may have seen things. Considering that Raven herself is afraid of what she doesn't understand, which we have to look at that for a second. And then we look at Lionheart, who's also afraid of things he doesn't seem to understand. When it comes to Ozpin, he probably doesn't understand some of the things, or he's seen things, or even doesn't agree with the plans that Ozpin has had set into motion. And it goes back to what Ozpin stated himself, that he's made more mistakes than any man, woman, or child ever have. And of course, he's had multiple lifetimes. We've learned that since his reincarnation. But the thing is that Lionheart may entirely disagree with Ozpin, and he may have thought in the beginning that Ozpin was somebody that obviously he's learned he is not. And when you think about it, this is something that's kind of suspicious, because when we actually look at Ozpin, and if we look at what Lionheart said that he feels bad for betraying Ozpin. And this is strange, because if he thinks he's an evil individual, or if he may believe that, I'm not saying he is, I'm just saying if that's what he thought, then why would he regret betraying a friend? You see, that's kind of a funny thing too. Unless he likes Ozpin's personality, he just hates his planning. And that could be another thing, is that Ozpin's plans itself could be wrong. They could be immoral, and maybe Ozpin has a good personality and may have actually been a real good friend, but of course that could have been shown to be nothing more than a facade, or Ozpin treats maybe people who are a little more in the inner circle better, but that's really to be desired and seen. I mean, of course, Crow, on the other hand, he treats him well, but if you think about it, Lionheart may have actually seen a different Ozpin once he joined his shadow government, and it could be something that scared him and put him into the fear of that he could die, or this could end up in other people dying, which then would make Lionheart kind of hypocritical, considering that he killed other hunters and huntresses by sending them off to missions that they never came back from to get them away from Haven. But, you know, that's the thing, is that there could be several reasons, but looking at it, it might be more on Ozpin's side as to why Lionheart actually betrayed him. Let me know what you think down below. Why do you think Lionheart betrayed Ozpin? Do you think it may have been Salem? Do you think it was Ozpin? Do you think it was Lionheart's own fear? Let me know what you think down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and share this with your friends if you found this informative or useful. Well, anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day today, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and everyone around you, and have a good one out there, everybody.